And welcome into To Your Health. You know, health can also be safety. Safety is very important in our lives, especially as we age. We always hear of elderly people maybe taking a fall because of balance, but you know what? Many elderly people become victims of smoke inhalation because a fire has occurred and the smoke in the house can get into their lungs, but more importantly, they can become disoriented. The cure to that is a very simple smoke alarm. Today I have me guests, and I'm surrounded by guests. Over here on my right is Henry Frazer, and Henry, you are the chairman of the board, president of In Touch, which is a nonprofit organization.
That is right. We are a 501c3 organization that primarily has the purpose of supplying smoke detectors to elderly people or those people that need a smoke detector, but they either don't have the money to buy it or they don't have the capability of installing it.
And you'll get it done. You brought along the workers. You know, you're the president, we got to have the worker. Ronnie Brown, Ronnie, you and I go back a long way. We've been on many boards together. You've always stepped forward to be on a board. You're the treasurer of the organization.
Yes, sir. I help keep up with the finances, but In Touch has provided fire alarms to different segments. We started in 2011, and we had just a small operation that has grown over the years and has, with the help of a lot of people. We originally had given alarms to Macoa and certain other Frazer outreach and Baptist Hospice, and as time has gone on, we have expanded this program. We have an endorsement from Governor Kay Ivey. She kicked off our Get Alarmed Alabama, and that was started because Alabama was the fifth highest number of fatalities from fire in the United States. And we have had support from the mayor and from the Montgomery Fire Department to install these for people that needed them, and they have identified many areas that we could service.
And of course, we need an expert. That's where you come in. Jason Cups, and you're with the Montgomery Fire Department. You've probably seen over your career many elderly people that are the victims and they didn't need to be the victim.
That's correct. So having a working smoke alarm in your home is the #1 thing by far you can do to increase your chances of surviving a house fire, and having that alert, that loud tone to wake you up and to give you that warning so you have time to get out of your home. We're very fortunate to be a part of the program. This is a very life-saving event. Now that we have the sponsor and we have In Touch, we've been able to assist in providing smoke alarms through, we use our data that we have from shows where we've had the most house fires. And so we started in those areas and we started to work outwards across the city, and it's been a great program and we're proud to be a part of it.
And it's very simple for someone to get an alarm, isn't it? What would our viewer need to do today if they wanted to put an alarm in their house?
Well, there's a couple ways you can go about it. Here locally in Montgomery, there's a number that they can call, which is simply 398-3983.
Okay.
Or there's a
got that on the screen.
Okay. Or there's a 1-800 number where you can call statewide. It goes to the Alabama Fire College, which is located in Tuscaloosa. They take the information and they will reroute it to a local person that will come and contact you and schedule an install date for you.
And generally, when smoke starts in a house, these are very sensitive alarms that can really, and they're loud.
Yes, they are.
Because obviously the elderly people become a little hard of hearing, huh, Henry? You and I. Now, we're not elderly, but we can become hard of hearing.
No, I'm elderly.
But you do want to get it to the point where they know what's going on and they can get up and get alert and get out. And that does save lives, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. It sure does.
Yep. Henry, if somebody wants to get involved in the organization, how do they go about doing it?
You can, we have an email address, which is www.intouchinc.org. That's our email address. And if somebody locally wants to have a smoke detector installed in their home, we generally work through organizations that have volunteers, so they could call the River Region Volunteer Services here. Leslie Marta Rayner is the one that handles that, and she can she'll take your name, and one of her volunteers will place the smoke detector in that particular home.
Good, thank you. And Ronnie, this is not just Montgomery, this is statewide. So if you're in Troy, you can get this accomplished in your area also, right?
That is correct. Just call the Alabama Fire College and the 800 number, and
They're the connect.
they will make the arrangements with the local fire prevention, and they can handle your need from there.
Good. Well, thank you, gentlemen, all for what you do. I know you do this professionally, and you two guys volunteer in everything in this city. But just remember this, if you've got an elderly person that's a part of your family, keep them safe. The best way you can do it is put that alarm in there. Make sure that once it's in, that it's working, and make sure you check those batteries normally twice a year, and that's when daylight savings time starts, daylight savings time stops. And we'll be right back right after this.